So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive the less into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Denver offense at the line ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jamison Williams, 52 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Buying time to his left. Sutton rolling it in on the left side. 2 on the play. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mike Evans, 43 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
McManus now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Darnold.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. In trouble, and he's taken down.
With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Jackson will throw again. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A final shot before the break. Darnold goes out left. It's caught by Williams. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs
report.
likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Darnold now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Darnold. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll go down at the 28. 61 yards rushing for him now, and what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a give to Gibbs, running left, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Darnold from the red zone now.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 14-yard line.
Here's Darnold.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Darnold to throw again.
Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Darnold. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Darnold. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 7 there in the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll set up to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Play action. It's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rakiasin. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Down to about the 22 here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Raiders have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Darnold. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and you watch him drop, and it would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Darnold. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
We changed it. Go ahead.
Throwing now is Jackson. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Well, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Oh, wait, you're kidding me.
Here's first down. Here's Darnold. Got his man, it's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, two-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Now Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Pierce will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 4th down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Darnold to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1.